You know, we hear a lot about addiction these days, whether it be opioids or some other form of addiction. It is definitely in the news, and those addictions are definitely affecting so many lives. This morning, Doctors Vic and Matthew Young from Fountain of Life Bible Church join us to share with us all the details of a series of messages they will be presenting, talking on the subject of addiction. Yeah. Gentlemen, thank y'all for being here today.
That's our pleasure.
Now, you've already done the first one of the messages.
We did the first one this past Sunday, and then the next 2 Sundays we'll continue. This past Sunday was basically giving some of the facts, basic facts of addiction. Most people think of opioid and alcohol, which is very prominent. 2.1 million people in the United States are addicted to opioid. But there's also workaholics. There's also people who are addicted to pornography, people who are addicted to their cell phones and electronic devices. So the aspect of addiction covers a wide area.
And when you were giving out those facts and those numbers and everything, what one number really jumped out at you when it came to addiction?
Well, I think it's just the 2.1 million opioid, just opioid in the United States, plus 500,000 heroin addicts, and most heroin addicts started out with an opioid addiction.
So, Matthew, you got these series of messages. You want to invite people to come out, even if they missed this first one. It's important to get them out for these next two.
Exactly, because the next 2 will go into more detail, more depth, and they want to be there physically. We stream it online, but we really need to have there physically to really to get the full effect of what's being taught.
And they can catch the first one from last Sunday on our website.
Why did y'all decide this was important to do?
I think 45 years of being a full-time pastor, I have seen the devastation it does to individuals. Plus, what a lot of folks don't realize, you have the dependent on the addiction, then you have the codependents, and every dependent has about 4 members of their family or friends who have a codependency problem. So this is how widespread it's over epidemic proportions.
And I think sometimes we talk about people enabling.
Yes.
And you've got that whole side of things as well.
Exactly. You sure do.
And when you're bringing these messages, what is the one thing in the back of your mind you're wanting to drive home in each one of them?
The main thing is dealing with addiction. There are a lot of programs that can change behavior, but that doesn't deal with the addiction. You can put somebody in prison, they'll have to stop drinking, but they still have the addiction. The program that I present is called a Nouthetic program, which is basically biblically based, and it deals not with the symptoms of addiction, but with the actual problem that causes the addiction. Exactly.
And you know, we were talking about that, so many different, we're talking about drugs and alcohol, and those are the ones that get all the headlines, but there are other things that you can become addicted to.
At one time, Matt was addicted to phonics.
Yeah, there you go.
He was hooked on
phonics.
Hooked on phonics. That is a bad dad joke.
That's a bad
That is a bad dad joke.
It really is.
But there really are things that you could, it may seem like the most innocuous thing in the world. The thing that's not going to cause you any harm, but if you become obsessed with it and addicted to it.
Well, it's just like workaholism. That is one addiction that you get a pat on the back for. But it can devastate a family just as much.
But you need to take care of those and do them in the right way.
Exactly.
All right. Gentlemen, thank you all so much
for
stopping by today. Addiction. It is going to be a series of messages coming up at Fountain of Life Bible Church. It's already started, but they would love for you to come join them each Sunday, 16th and 23rd, 9 a.m. to 10 and 10:45 a.m. as well. There is a number if you want more information, and there is their website right there. And if you absolutely can't make it out to the church, they do stream online.